Okay, page 3. Let's hope I can do this one a little faster than the last two because 20 minutes of video is a lot. Okay, so for this one, it says consider the graph, and it gives us a quadratic function. It's increasing when? Well, my vertex for this one, because if you remember, the formula for quadratic equation in vertex form is x minus h squared plus k, with a on the outside. I always forget the a. Where the vertex is h and k. Well, since it's x minus 5, our vertex would actually be 5, 2. And let's say right here, a equals 1, there's our vertex. This is at 5, okay? So when is the graph increasing? Well, it's increasing on this side right here. This part, I'll even darken it in brown, nice chocolate brown, which doesn't really look too chocolatey over the red. But yeah, your answer for this one's A. Sketch a picture of the graph. G of x equals 2/3 times x minus 4 squared plus 3. What is the range? Well, la la la. So let's get, I think the, I drank this like sugary drink and I think it's starting to, the sugar's hitting. So, okay, so using the same formulas we did for the previous one, my vertex would be at 4, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, about right here, okay? I don't even care what the A value is right now because all we want is range. And the 2/3, we don't need it. So range is, or consists of the Y values. It goes from bottom to top. And it actually starts here at 3. So it goes from 3 to infinity. That would be our range. So y is greater or equal to 3. So there is the answer for that one. Next, what is the y-intercept of the graph of the line 2x minus 14y equals 10? Again, just solve for y. So if I subtracted 2x from both sides, I would get negative 14y equals negative 2x plus 10. Divide everything by negative 14. And I'd end up getting y equals 1/7 x minus 5/7. And it wants to know what the y-intercept is. Well, right there it is. Next, simplify the following expression. Whoo! Okay, well, don't let the fraction freak you out. See if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Just multiply 1/3 through. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we have 3x. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Distribute the 2 through, so you get minus 10x and then minus 2. Combine your like terms. 3 minus 10 is negative 7. 9 minus 2 is plus 7. Oh, don't forget your little x there. Uh-oh, it froze up again. Michael, why is it? Wait.
It takes a second.
Yeah. No, it's just the thing closing out. Okay. Using my son's computer. Hi, Deku. Okay, back to the problem, I think. Well, let's try this again. Let's hit there we go. Okay, so what I was trying to say is don't forget to put in the little x there. And yeah, so negative 7x plus 7. I think there is an answer somewhere on here. I'm just looking through them really quickly because it's not as intuitive to know what you're supposed to do there, because for me, I would think I was done. But there is an answer where you have to factor this 7 out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I factor out a 7, this would give me, or negative 7 actually, that would give me negative 7 times x minus 1. And that's the answer you're looking for somewhere in the circuit. So that wasn't as intuitive. It didn't say, okay, and then factor it. Okay, find the 0 of f of x equals 1/2 x plus 3. Well, what they want you to do, find the 0, that is when y equals 1 or f of x equals 0. So I would have 0 equals 1/2 x plus 3 because we want, when it says find the 0, it's where it hits the x-axis. And then you solve. So subtract 3 from both sides. You get negative 3 equals 1/2 x, and then multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of this 1/2 x. So you would end up getting negative 6 equals x. Next problem, zooming right along. You can use your graphing calculator for this. It's awesome. But what is the y-intercept? Again, that's when x equals 0. So I could plug in 7 times 1.5 to the 0 power minus 4. Remember, anything to the 0 power is 1. So this part right here becomes 1. So it's 7 times 1 minus 4, which equals 3. The last two on this page, it's still taking me a long time. Okay, so let's see. If f of x is 4, what is, solve for f of x equals 4. If f of x equals 3x plus 25. All you have to do is plug 4 into here. So solve for f of x equals 4. Oh, equals 4. So if f of x equals 4, that means this one here is 4. So 4 equals 3x plus 25. So that's a little different. If it was 4 in here for x, then yeah, I'd substitute 4 in. But no, f of x equals 4. So I'm substituting 4 for f of x. And then you just solve for x. So subtract 25 from both sides. So you get negative 21 equals 3x. X equals negative 7 when you divide by 3 on both sides. And then the last question, solve for y if x equals 3. So again, you just plug 3 in for x. So you have y is less than or equal to the negative 2/3 times 3 minus 1. And that gives you y is less than or equal to, these 3's cancel, so negative 2 minus 1. So y is less than or equal to negative 3. And that is the third video.